So welcome to our first press point in the new NATO headquarters. The Secretary General and the President will have statements. Secretary General, over to you.
President Santos, it is really a great pleasure and honor to welcome you here at NATO headquarters. And as I told you, you are the first head of state and government I receive in this new building. But not only that, you are also the first head of state from Latin America I receive, and you are the first Nobel laureate I receive. So this is really a great day for me, and it's a great day for the cooperation, the partnership between Colombia and NATO. Your leadership has helped to transform your country, and I pay tribute to your relentless efforts to secure lasting peace and stability in Colombia. And we really appreciate what you have achieved through the peace process and the agreement that provided the platform for the peace in Colombia. Colombia is NATO's newest partner and our first partner from Latin America. Our partnership is based on our shared commitment to international peace and stability, and over the past 5 years, our cooperation has provided real benefits both to Colombia and to NATO. And we discussed how we are working together in different fields as demining, but also interoperability, how we work together when it comes to military education and training. And we would very much like to strengthen and to expand that cooperation with Colombia. In 2015, Colombia worked side by side with NATO forces off the Horn of Africa, helping to suppress piracy and secure international shipping lanes. Your commitment to NATO's Building Integrity program has helped boost the transparency and professionalism of Colombia's defense institutions. And Colombian personnel have sharpened their skills through courses at the NATO school in Germany and the NATO Defense College in Rome. Today, we discussed how to take our cooperation forward in the future. We agreed to work together in areas of mutual interest, including cyber defense, demining, and promoting the role of women in peace and security. NATO could provide expert advice to help Colombian forces work more closely with allies. And Colombia has unique skills to offer NATO, including encountering improvised explosive devices. The alliance could also benefit from Colombia's expertise with respect to the peace and reconciliation process in Afghanistan. NATO is committed to working with partners like Colombia that share our values and interests. Our support comes at the request of the government, and we will always respect your autonomy and your independence. So, President Santos, once again, welcome to NATO. It has been a great pleasure to meet with you. And I thank you once again for your personal commitment to our partnership, but also to peace and friendship between the people living in NATO and all the people of Colombia. Thank you and welcome.
Muchas gracias, señor Secretario General.
Many thanks, Secretary General.
La OTAN, señor Stoltenberg.
NATO, Mr. Stoltenberg, NATO. I'd like to thank you. Your organization is responsible for defense and is important for defense as the OECD is for economics and social policies. We are joining. We have joined the OECD, and today we are formalizing this partnership agreement with NATO. Our relationship is a close one. It's been building up over the last 10 years on cooperation, security, information security, an agreement we signed in 2013. This agreement is going to be passed by the Constitutional Court in the months to come in Colombia. This association has many objectives: standardizing processes, facilitating access by Colombian forces to a portfolio of capabilities and training programs run by NATO. And it is a formal step towards the approval of the program of the cooperation program for global partners, the individual partnership cooperation program, which allows for interchange of capability. This association agreement is also held by Japan, Australia, New Zealand, South Korea. And we have therefore been given the status of global partner. We are the first country in Latin America to have this relationship with NATO. It's a great privilege, and we'd like to thank you, Secretary General, for this. Now, what does this mean, practically speaking? Well, it means more transparency in military procurement, fighting against corruption. This is something which is a flagship priority for NATO, and we want to share this priority. We want to share the best practices in fighting against corruption. We've already set up all the different procedures, many different procedures, which have allowed us to come a long way down this road. It also means coming forward in demining, where we have great skills. It also allows us to face down threats in cyber security, a challenge, a very new challenge where innovations are the order of the day. Also, more capabilities to fight against organized crime, international organized crime. It also allows us to train, to benefit from more relevant and higher quality training. All these advantages are for us, of course, but they are reciprocal, because we believe that we can give you, and we must give you, the benefit of our experience in Colombia, which we have been gaining over the years. As the Secretary General mentioned, in 2015, we took part in the Ocean Shield operation against piracy. We sent our ship, our Colombian ship, the 17th of August, 17 de agosto, off the Horn of Africa. We have solutions to propose in fight against crime, in conflict settlement, in fighting against drug trafficking, in fighting against illegal migration, in natural disasters, with climate change. All our armed forces must keep this on their agenda, because armed forces can help in mitigating the effects and the consequences of natural disasters brought about by climate change. An area of cooperation among NATO's priorities is the gender dimension. The role of women and the role they can play in the armed forces, which are this role is very important to us, and we have many more. We have every day we have more officers or rank-and-file soldiers among women in all in other areas as well, demining as well. And of course, I asked the Secretary General if he can ask if NATO can help us certify our demining centers to allow us to help other countries who need our help in Afghanistan, etc. We have already taken part in 3 tactical and operational level courses, and this cooperation is gaining ground. We have characterized the supply chains and various elements in the supply chain. We are working on 3 concrete proposals: a seminar on cyber defense, a visit to the demining center, and an event on women, peace, and security. which, as I said, is very close to our heart. There's also the Building Integrity Program, which we want to benefit from and deepen cooperation in our fight against corruption. Colombians ask us how much this is going to cost us, and I say no, I say nothing, very little. In fact, it saves us. It saves us resources. It's going to allow us to access a pool of capacities and standards which are the highest standards throughout the world in this area. We also want to review other areas, for instance, NATO help in building civilian capabilities, and also exercises and operations against other global threats. And NATO is becoming a strategic partner for Colombia in helping us building this new modern country which we want to leave to our future generations. I'm very honored to be the first head of state to have come to this brand new headquarters. It is a very good portent, and I think this is the beginning of a wonderful friendship between Colombia and NATO to the benefit of our armed forces, which deserve our help and support. Many thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. This concludes this press point.